80. The province has said that widespread vaccinations of people in that age group would start March 15th, but they have also said if local public health units have the vaccine supply and the infrastructure ready to go, they can go ahead and start vaccinating this priority group. And that is, in fact, what we have seen starting over the weekend. In Peel region, for example, just next door to Toronto, they started doing a few vaccinations of people in that age group. Today, in York region, people can start booking appointments if they are 80 and above. And no, you cannot try and book an appointment if you don't live in that region, Michael. That is the word from the local public health officer there, Dr. Kurji. Here's what he said on News Network earlier this morning.
You have to be a resident of York region and you have to have been born in 1941 or earlier. As time progresses and more vaccines appear, there will be consultations with the province and to open these vaccine clinics to others. But at this point in time, our allocation, per capita allocation, is by a region, and therefore it has to be those that are residents of York region.
Also near Toronto, Michael, Hamilton is starting vaccinations of people 85 and above. Those shots will be given at a site at a hospital, at St. Joe's Hospital. The hospital is reaching out to certain people who have recently been patients there to book appointments for them. Otherwise, people in that age group can call the local public health unit to book an appointment. Another region starting with 85 and above this week is Simcoe Muskoka. Similarly, though, they are booking appointments, but it seems like they're already full. Last I checked the website, they're saying all the spots are already taken for the entire week, Michael. They are vaccinating people 85 and above, as well as Indigenous adults 55 and above, and any adults who live in the same household as those people. And then a few other target groups as well, like seniors who live in assisted living or who receive home care. Just to note, too, here in Toronto, we know there is a plan underway to start vaccinations this week in certain homeless shelters in the city. I expect we'll get more details about that from Toronto Mayor at his briefing, from the Toronto Mayor at his briefing this afternoon. The province-wide booking site is set to be launched on March 15th, Michael, but we know they are going to do a soft launch this week, still testing the website. They have said repeatedly they don't want it to crash on that day, and that is why it is taking some time for them to iron out all the details and have it ready to go then.
Okay, so that has to do with vaccine rollouts. Let's also talk about restrictions now, though, because in Ontario, certain areas are going to go under stricter restrictions. What are you seeing here right now?
Yeah, as of 12:01 today, Thunder Bay and Simcoe Muskoka went into the gray or lockdown phase of the province's color-coded framework it uses to dictate restrictions. The gray lockdown zone means many businesses had to close today in those regions, Michael. Places like personal care services, restaurants, no indoor dining allowed. Gyms and fitness studios have to close down. No indoor gatherings at all. You have to stick to your household. So quite a few restrictions back in place for those two regions, and that is because the case numbers are rising very quickly, and so there is concern around that. Also, Niagara region going into the red zone. That's just one level down from gray, so more restrictions for that part of Ontario as well, Michael. Here in Toronto, Peel region, and North Bay, Parry Sound, we're still under a stay-at-home order. That is due to be reviewed sort of the end of the week, potentially being lifted on March 8th if they feel it's okay to do that. But for now, many restrictions in place still in these parts of Ontario as well.
Okay, thanks, Megan. Now, it's